Some readers think that the logical way to make reading research less time-consuming is to look at the abstract or introduction to a study. Did you know that there is a researcher's map in the study which shows the territory being investigated? Today, we will focus our discussion on the conceptual framework as a researcher's means of communicating their ideas and identify the concepts and linkages they wanted their readers to understand. A conceptual framework illustrates the structure of the research plan. It defines the relevant variables of your study and maps out how they might relate to each other. It also serves as a guide for researchers so that they are more focused in the scope of their studies. A clearly presented conceptual framework enables the readers obtain general understanding of the research being conducted. What is the difference between conceptual and theoretical framework? Conceptual framework refers to specific or narrower ideas a researcher utilizes in his study, while theoretical framework provides a general or broader set of ideas within which a study belongs. Conceptual framework is based on the concepts, which are the main variables in a study. Theoretical framework is based on existing theory or theories in the literature which has been tested and validated by other scholars. Conceptual framework consists of concepts interconnected to explain the relationships between them and how the researcher asserts to answer the research problem defined. Theoretical framework consists of theories that seem interrelated with their propositions deduced. Conceptual framework is aimed at encouraging the development of a theory that would be useful to practitioners in the field, while theoretical framework is used to test theories, to predict and control the situations within the context of our research inquiry. Conceptual paradigm. The conceptual paradigm is a visual presentation of variables that interrelate with one another as perceived by the researcher before the actual investigation to prove its relationships. In this lesson video, we will discuss the common paradigm or model. The independent variable dash dependent variable model or IV-DV model. This model applies to experimental investigations. It is often represented in the visual format as IV right arrow DV. Example: hours of study, right arrow, exam score. The predictor dash criterion model or PC model. This model is used for studies that focus on relationships, associations, differences, and impact of variables. It is represented in a visual format as P right arrow C. Example: number of tardiness, right arrow, behavior. Input dash process dot output model or IPO model. The IPO model has a causal structure. Here, the outputs are a function of various group processes, which are in turn influenced by numerous input variables. In its simplest form, the model is depicted as input Right arrow process, right arrow output. Example, parent engagement, guidance counseling, right arrow questionnaire, statistical treatment, right arrow tardy management program. Which of these models presented fits your study? Analyze carefully and map out your conceptual framework. God bless.